Welcome back to another edition of This Week in 3 Minutes. I've called this one You and You. What a week. It's Thursday night right now, time of recording. The Dow today plunged 700 points, or almost 3%. You don't know, that's a big number. And obviously it's a result of the announcement of the trade wars have commenced. America has decided it is now going to charge China $60 billion a year to import goods into America. They're claiming that it's a result of violations of human rights and labor abuses, that they're not keeping up with what the World Trade Organization says they're supposed to do. Incidentally, it was the Clinton administration that allowed China into the WTO, in spite of the fact that their human rights are just, the track record is a train wreck. Let's see, what else? Of course, Facebook in the news this week. Zuckerberg backpedaling, trying to explain Facebook. I mean, if you didn't know that Facebook was collecting private information and monetizing it, well, you're a fool, frankly. And so all these people that now are getting up in arms and deleting their account, I don't know. What the heck did you think they were doing? And good reference to that is a study came out this week that 74% of Americans believe in the deep state. Meaning they actually, almost 3/4 of Americans believe there's a bunch of people behind the scenes pulling the strings and levers for their government. And that's not going to end well. People are going to push back on this. It's already happening. I won't get into that. What's exciting to me this week is the silver story, which is why I'm wearing my silver tie. It's come to my attention what's been going on at JP Morgan with regard to its silver holdings. Now, we've known they've been amassing silver, but comparing it to other bullion banks is really intriguing. In 2011, JP Morgan had no silver. In spite of them, well, we won't get into that. No silver at JP Morgan in 2011. The average bullion bank, the HSBCs, Scotias of the world, they have about 30 million ounces. So JP Morgan has now amassed 133 million ounces of physical bullion in storage, compared to the average bullion bank of 30, and the fact that JP Morgan had none in 2011 ought to tell you something on what's going on in the silver market. In addition to that, it's come to my ear that the futures silver contracts that they were holding, they were going short, meaning indicating that they thought things were going to go down. They've switched over to long futures contracts, which is, of course, they suspect the price will be going up, and I think maybe they know something. Just maybe. So yeah, 133 million against the average 30, when in 2011 they had none. I think you can expect something really exciting in the silver market in the coming weeks and months, the prices of which we're all salivating over, have been for a while. But the big news, as I mentioned a few weeks back, starting Sunday night, the Chinese Petro-Yuan contract goes live. Asian markets open 7 p.m. Eastern time here. And the world will now be able to buy oil in something other than the US dollar. And what's going to be interesting there is, well, with less need to own US dollars, where are those US dollars going to go? They're going to go back to America, which is going to lead to inflation. Hang on to your hats, kids. We got trade wars, all kinds of weird stuff in the physical markets, new ways to conduct trade, new currency usage for oil. This is going to shape up to be one heck of a volatile year, and it's going to be a real show to watch, especially if you're sitting on metal watching it. So go get yourself some popcorn. I think it's going to be a good one. Have a good week. And by the way, the reason why I called it You and Yuan is you is the Chinese word for oil. Cheers.